I'm gonna do a couple tests on these cracks. I told you I was gonna put some masking tape on the hairline crack on my stucco, and I want to see how clean I can get this around the crack. And let's just see what happens here. Normally I think I would just put a little thin bit of caulking on there, okay? But I thought, hey, let's just try this and see what happens. I've got a crack on my sheetrock ceiling inside the house, and I'm thinking about doing something like this and then caulking it. So I don't have to get too much overage on my ceiling. Let's just see what happens with this. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to use the same caulking that I used for up here, okay? And we'll just see what happens here. Again, I've got paint to kind of match this, and if I didn't, I could use my stucco patch. But if I use my stucco patch, it's gonna be bigger than this. Or for the stucco patch, I could put this masking tape on first. For the stucco patch even. Like that. I know it's not going to be the same color or anything, right? Because I'm using gray, so I know it's not going to match. But we'll just see how well that patches just a small little crack. Look at that. That's pretty good. Because now let's do a little section. I got my tip cut. Let's just do a little section if you didn't want to do the masking tape. I'm going to try to get this on here really small. And because I've got a small tube, the cut on the tube, the hole, I can get it small like that. Okay, well, that doesn't look bad either. That's because I've got the tip cut small. Okay, either or. And I might as well just keep using this. And this, I was going to use my regular caulking, but this doesn't take much caulking, and it sticks really good, and it's got a little sand in there, so I've got a little grit to the wall on my crack. And it's kind of blending in a little bit bigger, which I don't mind, because that kind of tapers it out after I paint. You won't really see the crack, the caulking. If you get your hole on your caulk gun too much bigger than that, then it gets wider. Then you have to, when it dries, you might see your patch that you put on there more so than if you got it small, right? Because this one's all curly-Q and squirrely, I didn't want to put the masking tape. But I could have. There. I'm going to go across here because there was a line up there. This is going to protect it more so this winter. The longer I leave it, the bigger that crack's going to get, the more water's going to go in there, the more damage it's going to do to the backside and to the plywood on the wall and all that. Okay? Kind of doing a little preventative maintenance. And so when I get my paintbrush in here, I'm going to have to, I could just go over that with a small artist paintbrush and not my big paintbrush in case your paint doesn't match. You don't have this big old whoosh. Or if you got something like this, you might want to go from here on down, you know, do this whole section on down to here, depending how big your column is, wherever your patch is. And if it's slightly off, maybe your paint's not going to be exactly perfect. And if you can't live with it, and if it's small enough, paint your whole wall from corner to corner on down here. That's going to go right away. Okay, there you go. My sanded ceramic tile grout, and I've got just gray. And if you don't have any stucco patch, can you use this stuff for patching your stucco? Yeah, sure, why not? And it's even got a sanded bit in there, so it'll be okay. I could leave that there and that'll last for years probably, if your stucco doesn't come out any further. And if I was going to use this for doing some small little stucco patches like that, I would have taken a picture of the color of this, and then I would have went to the store and got the right one. This one just happens to be natural. Where is it? I can't even see my finger. Right there, natural gray. The sun is right on the screen. It's hard. I'm having a hard time seeing on there. Okay, so I could get the same color pretty close to what I have on there. But I'm just going to do that for the time being. And I've got my stucco patch that will cover that later. And that's all I'm going to do.